Hey everyone, today we're making this off-shoulder crop sweater. It's rated easy. You'll need to know double crochet and basic stitches. For the hook, I'm using 3.5 millimeter, but use whatever size is recommended for your yarn. I recommend swatching first to find the fabric you like. For yarn, I'm using super fine cotton, but you can use any yarn weight since this is a made-to-measure pattern. All the details, stitch key, abbreviations, notes, and size guide are in the description box with a link to the full pattern on my website. We're starting with the waist and we're working sideways. That means your foundation chain determines the height of the waist, not the width. You want to chain enough to reach about 5 centimeters or 2 inches below your bust. So measure from the bottom of your ribbing up to just below your bust, and that's how long your chain should be. For my size small sweater, I chain 30, but you'll adjust this to your own measurements. For row 1, we're skipping the first 2 chains. Insert your hook into the third chain from the hook and work a double crochet. Then continue double crocheting in each chain all the way across. Once you finish row 1, take a second and check it against your body like this. That's your waist height. If it feels too short or too long, now's the time to restart with more or fewer chains. For row 2, you will chain 2 and turn your work. Now we're working in the back loops only. Insert your hook under just the back loop of each stitch and work a double crochet all the way across. That's row 2. Now you're going to repeat row 2 until the waist panel wraps snugly around the front of your waist. Make sure your total number of rows is even. I made 26 rows for mine. Here's my finished waist. I made 26 rows. See how it wraps snugly around the front? That's what you're going for. Make sure your row count is even. Just remember, the waist width directly affects your bust width. If you make the waist wider, your bust section will be wider too. We're moving to the bust section. Chain 1, and you're working along this long edge here. Insert your hook into the first row end and work 2 single crochets. Then move to the next row and work 2 single crochets again. Continue all the way across, 2 single crochets in every row end. For row 2, chain 3 and turn, and then double crochet into the first stitch, and then chain 1 and double crochet into the same stitch. That's a V-stitch made. And now you will continue making V-stitches in each stitch until 1 stitch remains. See how the fabric is gathering and getting wrinkly? Perfect. That's the increases creating the drape we want. Finish the row with a double crochet into the last stitch. For row 3, chain 3, this counts as a stitch and turn. Double crochet into the first chain 1 space. And then chain 1 and double crochet into the same chain 1 space. Continue across, working a V-stitch in every chain 1 space. At the end of the row, double crochet into the top of chain 3. Now repeat row 3 until you reach your desired height. Place the panel on your body to check if the height is correct. For me, this is where I'm stopping, but adjust it to fit your body the way you want. Now you need to make the back panel. Just repeat all the instructions for the front panel. Same waist, same bust section, same everything. Now we're making the sleeves, starting with the cuff. I chained 8 for mine. The cuff is designed to be short, but you can adjust the length by chaining fewer or more chains. For row 1, we're skipping the first 2 chains. Insert your hook into the 3rd chain from the hook and work a double crochet. And then continue working double crochet into each chain all the way across. For row 2, chain 2 and turn. You're working in the back loops only again, same ribbing technique as the waist. So insert the hook under just the back loop of each stitch and work a double crochet all the way across. Now repeat row 2 until the cuff wraps around the wrist snugly. Make sure your row count is even. I made 14 rows. Now we're moving to the sleeve body. Chain 1. You're working along the long edge. Insert your hook into the first row end and work 2 single crochets. Then move to the next row end and work 2 single crochets again. And continue all the way across, 2 single crochets in every row end. For row 2, chain 3 and turn. Double crochet into the first stitch. Chain 1 and double crochet into the same stitch. That's a V stitch made. Now continue making V stitches in each stitch until one stitch remains. You will get the same gathered and wrinkly fabric as you did on the front and back panel because of the increases. Now work a double crochet in the last stitch. For row 3, chain 3, this counts as a stitch and turn. Double crochet into the first chain 1 space. And then chain 1 and double crochet into the same chain 1 space. Continue across, working a V stitch in each chain 1 space. Now repeat row 3 until you reach your desired length. To check if it's right, place the front or back panel on your body and hold the sleeve against your arm. Now repeat all these instructions for the other sleeve. Same cuff, same sleeve, body, and same everything. Now we're assembling the sweater. Use stitch markers to mark your neckline width. I used 28 centimeters or 11 inches for mine because I want it wide enough to slip off the shoulder. When you place your markers, count the stitches on each shoulder to make sure they're the same length. This keeps everything even. Insert your hook through both pieces at the same time through the first stitch of the front panel and the first stitch of the back panel, and attach the yarn with a slip stitch. Then chain 1 and then slip stitch through both layers across until you reach the stitch marker. Finish off when you reach the stitch marker and then repeat the instructions for the other shoulder. The shoulders are done. It's starting to come together now. Before we attach the sleeves, place them on your arms to check the fit one more time. Now we're attaching the sleeves with a slip stitch. Pin the sleeve in place with stitch markers, making sure it's centered on the shoulder seam. Count the rows from shoulder to armhole on both the front and back because they need to match. Hold the sleeve and body with right sides together. Insert your hook through both pieces and work a slip stitch across. Both sleeves are attached. Next, we're going to sew the sides of the body and the sleeves together to close everything up. Fold the sweater so the front and back are together, right sides facing. Line up the edges you're seaming from the cuff up the sleeve and down the body side all in one go. The sweater is finished. If you made this, I'd love to see it. Like, comment, and subscribe for more patterns. Full written pattern is in the description. Thanks for watching.